Dear students, welcome to my online class. I am Uday Kumar Das, Assistant Teacher English, Debiganj Aludini Government Girls High School, Debiganj Panchagor, Bangladesh. Email ukdasbd@gmail.com. We will today discuss on paragraph writing. It is an important topic for all classes. In order to write a paragraph, you need a topic. Today I have selected a very easy topic, very known topic. A tea stall. I think every one of you from the very early stage of your study, you have started memorizing paragraphs. Today I will show you without memorizing a tea stall paragraph, you can write it very easily. First, think about a tea stall. In order to make it very easy, I will show you some picture of tea stalls. There are lots of tea stalls around us. Maybe they are not like this. Various types of tea stalls are around us. Which tea stalls you have seen? Think about them. Close your eyes and think about tea stall. Okay. Now start questioning about a tea stall. What can be the first question? The first question is, what is a tea stall? Very simple answer can be, a tea stall is a small shop. Okay? A tea stall is a small shop. This is a very simple answer. Now, think on another question. Is it only a small shop? Nothing else. There are thousands of small shops around us. So, what is a tea stall? So, stress on the word shop. Think, what is a shop? What is a shop? You can simply answer like that, where something is sold. A tea stall is a small shop where something is sold. What is something? So what is sold here? Simply a tea stall. It is a tea stall. What is sold here? Tea. So we can write, a tea stall is a small shop where tea is sold. Okay. There are various types of tea. So what type of tea is sold here? Is it raw tea leaves, packet tea, or others? You must say prepared tea is sold here. So we can correct the line. A tea stall is a small shop where prepared tea is sold. There are many other things that are sold in a tea stall, but mainly the prepared tea is sold. So we can add a little more word, mainly. So the full line is, a tea stall is a small shop where mainly prepared tea is sold. So we get the first line. A tea stall is a small shop where mainly prepared tea is sold. Now we have the first line. We have to move on. Think about the last word of the first line. It is sold. So what is sold? Prepared tea we have written. Now the question arises, what things are sold in a tea stall? I have told you, you know it, that many things are sold in a tea stall. So make a list. Make a list what things are sold. First thing is various type of tea. It is a tea stall. So tea is the first thing that is to be sold in a tea stall. But there are variety of tea like black tea, red tea, milk tea, green tea, variety of tea. And side by side coffee is also sold in a tea stall. Now these are tea items. There are some other things is sold. You have seen it. So make a list of them. Biscuits are sold. Cakes are sold. Loaves are sold. Loaves means the slices of bread. You can also write breads. Bananas are sold. Cigarettes are sold. Betel leaf, in Bangla, pan pata, also found in a tea stall. You can write a lot more things what you have seen. I have given you these examples. So it varies. It doesn't matter that you have to write the same things. You can write some less or more. Okay. So the second sentence can be, various types of tea like black tea, red tea, milk tea, green tea, etc. and coffee are sold here. The third line can be, biscuits, cakes, loaves, bananas, cigarettes, betel leaf are also sold here. Now the next question, where do you find it? Where do you find a tea stall? Is it common or rare? It is very common sight in our country. So if a line can be written, it is a common sight in our country. And now, where do you find it? You can again make a list where to find it. You can find besides the roads, in markets, in rail stations, in bus stands. In another way, if we think in another way, it can be found in big cities, in small towns, and in villages. So we can write, it is found beside the roads, in markets, in rail stations, in bus stands, etc. It is found in cities, towns, and even in villages. Next question is, what things do you see in a tea stall? Is the place dirty? What do you see in a tea stall? Look at this picture. You can think of your own tea stall. That's not a matter. It is just an example. We found chairs in a tea stall. We found tables. We found benches. Of course, there are cups in which tea are sold, and glasses, and water jar where water is stored, and many other things. You can write some other things. This is just examples. So we can say in a tea stall there are few chairs, tables, benches, cups, glasses, a water jar or bucket, etc. You can also write in big tea stalls there are more things, in a small tea stall there are less things, and something like that. If you want to make it a little bit more long, okay, more lengthy. Now the next question is, the place dirty? To my mind, generally it looks a little dirty. Yes, there are some tea stalls which is very neat and tidy and very clear, very clean. But it is very rare that generally all the tea stalls at roadsides, and always the buses goes, and dust flies. So it becomes dirty. Generally, it looks a little dirty. Next comes, what do you see when you go there? Yes, this is the very common question for any paragraph. What is the activity? In any paragraph, you must describe the activity of that topic. So think about the activity of the tea stall. We can say it is a popular place. People of different ages and classes come here to take tea. People of different ages come here, and different classes of people come here to take tea. But who supplies the tea to the persons? You might have seen that there is some boy, one or two boys to come. So you write this line. There is often a boy or two to serve tea to the customers. If the tea stall is a small one, the owner is the only person to serve tea or do other things, all the works he do himself. But if it is a big one or a medium one, they keep one or two boys to serve tea to the customer. So the boys serve tea to the customer. Then what the owner do? The owner sits behind the cash box or table and collects money from the customers. You can write it in different way. That's not a matter. I have just given you a suggestion to write it down like that. Now, have you seen this type of picture in a tea stall? You must have seen that a kettle, it is called kettle. The kettle is always kept hot because anytime customers can come and ask for tea. So a kettle is always kept hot on the stove. Now, have you seen this type of situation? What do you see in the picture? In the picture, people are gathering in a tea stall. What are they doing? They are watching televisions. Yes, I have seen it. Nowadays, it is a common practice. In a tea stall, a TV is always running to attract the customers, and they come and take tea just to watch the serial or cinema or other things. In cricket time, it is a very popular place. So we say sometimes in order to draw attention of the customers, a television set is kept running. You can make this line a little long, little lengthy. It's up to you. It's up to you. So about the activity of the tea stall, we get 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 things to write about. Now the next question is, when does it open and close? A tea stall opens in the morning and closes at late night. You have seen it. It is always opens very early in the morning and closes late at night. What do people do there? People come there, but what do? They take tea and talk with one another. People take tea and talk with one another. Now the question arises, do they talk about? They talk about many things. I have written something like that. They discuss current affairs. Yes, in tea stall, current affairs is the most talked topic. Local and international politics is if someone is interested. It seems that they are the most expert in everything. Or personal matters. Tea stall is a common place to discuss personal matters to some friends or relatives. Then another thing happens. Sometimes when this type of discussion goes on, go on, then sometimes there are some hot talks. So we can say sometimes people raise a storm over a cup of tea. Now the finishing lines. Just say some overall thing. I have written indeed a tea stall is a place of social gathering. You can write anything. It is a very important place. It is very necessary for us. It is very useful for us. This type of thing you can say and finish the paragraph. So by questioning all the time, different type of question, we get a long paragraph. Your question must be very small, very to the point, I think, and you must think about and on and around the topic, and the answers you have already given, and try to detail it. So this is a process. So in this process, I have written a tea stall, and if we accumulate all the answers line by line, it will look like this. A tea stall is a small shop where mainly prepared tea is sold. Various types of tea like black tea, red tea, milk tea, green tea, etc. and coffee are sold here. Biscuits, cakes, loaves, bananas, cigarettes, betel leaves are also sold here. It is a common sight in our country. It is found beside the roads, in markets, in railway stations, in bus stands, etc. It is found in cities, towns, and even in villages. In a tea stall, there are few chairs, tables, benches, cups, glasses, a water jar or bucket, etc. Generally, it looks a little dirty. A tea stall is a popular place. People of different age and classes come here to take tea. There is often a boy or two to serve tea to the customers. The owner sits behind the cash box or table and collects money from the customers. A kettle is always kept hot on the stove. Sometimes, in order to draw attention of the customers, a television set is kept running. A tea stall opens in the morning and closes at late night. People take tea and talk with one another. They discuss current affairs, local and international politics, or personal matters. Sometimes people raise a storm over a cup of tea. Indeed, a tea stall is a place of social gathering. I think we have understood how to write a paragraph like tea stall. If you answer some questions like that, you will get the paragraph. So, thank you very much. So, thank you very much for attending my class. I think you will get some benefit from this class. Thank you.